Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come in and run my mouth when I tell y'all the way that I have been over here, boo hoo, crying, watching the Braxtons. I'm not going to review the show, I'm not going to give each episode its own independent review, but I may talk about it from time to time, like I'm doing now. And that's really only because I just stopped watching, finished. Well, I stopped watching, okay, because I couldn't take anymore. Um, but the Braxtons is back on. It was formerly called the Braxton Family Values. Now it's just titled the Braxtons. Um, anyways, so I feel like they had. I feel like they changed the name for probably ownership purposes. I don't know because I was like, why would they feel? Why would they feel the name to change? Why would they feel the need to change the show, the title of the show, unless it was something going on behind the scenes? I don't know. I could be wrong. They could have changed it because Tracy's no longer here. I don't know. Anyways, it was really really sad. I got through the second. I got to the second episode. I think it's only two episodes so far. I got to the second episode, and I was probably about. I was at the part where Trina, they had met with the grief counselor. The grief counselor actually seems like a good grief counselor. I was like, girl, I might need to. Girl, no shade. I was like, I might need to look a sister up because, girl, no shade. I need to go. Girl, I need to sit down for a few myself, and we being honest. Um, you know what it is? I think it's her name. I think her name is Spirit. And I think that probably through Tony, because I think they all were like, like basically I'm not trying to be funny, but girl, what did you find this person named Spirit from, in a way? But she sounds like she really knows what she's doing. Um, so shout out to I think her name is Spirit. So shout out to Spirit, but yeah, it was really, really heavy. Really heavy. Like y'all want some reality TV? Not to say that it's only reality TV when people are crying, but this was like really like I was like, okay, girl, they for real. Like this is real, real. But I hadn't gotten to the part where I guess they kind of got into it a little bit. Because I had to stop. It was just a lot going on. Like the first episode was cute. Tawana has alopecia, and so she's bald. On top of her having alopecia, I think she's also they had said that they were going to all shave their heads because Tracy had cancer, um, and I think also because of the promise or because of the pact that they made. I guess uh, Tawanda, not to say she kept her word, but I guess she was the only one that kind of went through with it. And on top of that, she also suffers from alopecia, so. I didn't know her hair was that thin until they showed a clip of Tracy. Some people are saying that they feel like they're using Tracy. I guess flat like the old footage of Tracy while she was um, battling cancer. I- From what I've been reading online, Tracy wanted them to use those clips of her. Um, I wouldn't go as I say a lot of stuff. I wouldn't go as far. Me personally, we all have our own opinion. I wouldn't go as far as saying that they're using Tracy's death um, uh, to kind of monetize off of the show. I think it's a gorgeous thing. It's heavy, but I think it's a gorgeous thing that they are somewhat honoring Tracy, even though now I don't want to go back to being messy, but even though there were moments when Braxton Family Values were on where I felt like Tracy sometimes was treated kind of like the throwaway in a way, Um, so I can get to a certain degree why some people would feel that way because I, if you think back, I could see why people could say that Tracy was always kind of like an afterthought in a way. So now people could feel that maybe they feel guilty. Um, but I don't necessarily think that they're using the footage of Tracy to kind of bring us in to try to monetize off. I mean, Tracy, I think it would have been weird for them, one, not to talk about Tracy. Um, I think them adding the footage of Tracy while she was sick, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not. I'm not. I had never seen her like that. I just told a lie. I remember when Kevin got married and a picture popped up online and Tracy was small, small, small. And I remember looking at her and it did pop in my head like, ooh, is she sick? And I think we talked about it. I don't think I posted the picture, but I think I remember talking about it. Like, I think I was live or something in the conversation, and it popped up in the conversation, and we were talking about it. Um, and I just remember thinking she was ill. But anyways, so yeah, shout out to Tracy, shout out to the Braxtons. It's good. They're not as close as they once were. They felt like Tracy was the person who kind of held them together in a way. Me, if y'all go back and watch when I reviewed Braxton Family Values, I used to always say that I felt like they all used to put up this facade of how I never bought into them being this like they were this sisterhood, and I think they were close. I think they loved each other, but I think they tried to oversell it. I don't. I never believed that they were like, even when Tony was like, "Girl, I only fool with y'all because y'all my family." Like if y'all wasn't my family, like girl, I would not fool with none of y'all. But then Tony will say family is the most important thing to her. And I guess both things can exist, but then it's kind of like I don't know because I've heard you say that you only like if they were not your family, girl, you wouldn't even fool with them. But then you'll turn around and say that family is the most important thing because I feel like that's what we're taught we're supposed to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just never really bought that they were like this super, 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 super close group of sisters. I thought they were close, but not like they tried to act. But now since Tracy has passed away, they were talking about how Trina feels like everybody kind of just went into their own corners and like, girl, they really don't fool with each other like that no more. Hmm. And then Kevin, the son, he's getting a divorce. I think he's taking it kind of hard. Oh, and then I think the father, not his husband, Tracy's husband. I think he's been kind of absentee. I don't know. I think Tracy. I think Tracy. I think not Tracy. I think Trina's trying to be respectful. She didn't want to like. Uh, she didn't want to drag him. I guess out of respect for Tracy and out of respect for the nephew. But all she really said was that she's trying to basically be understanding because he lost his wife, right? And so now you have the son who has now lost his mother and he doesn't really have a connection with his father because I guess the father is also grieving too, you know? But yeah, other than that, it's heavy. There is some laughter, right? There is some laughter. Tony is sick. Of course, we know Tony's been sick, but like it's to the point where something is going on with her heart, and if she like has a heart attack, it's like lights out for Tony. So she was crying because she was just like her nerves be so bad. Like if her chest started hurting, she thinks she about to have a heart attack, and it's gonna be it's over for her. So she going through it. Trina, she going through it because she was there when Tracy took her last breath. So she was actually there when Tracy died. And I think Tawanda was trying to tell her, you don't need to be there because you're not going to be able to handle it afterwards. And she can't handle it. So now she was like, I'm good, I'll be good. And now Trina is going through it because quiet as it's kept, she shouldn't have been there when Tracy took her last breath. Because now she's up all through the night, can't sleep. Girl drinking all the time, eating all the time. She done gained a lot of weight. But she said that's what makes her feel better. And she goes to sleep around like 7 in the morning. I said, girl, girl, I feel like, girl, no shade. Girl, I feel like she was talking about me at one point. I was like, girl, what's I said, girl, I feel like she's talking about me, girl. Anyways, but yeah, she's going through it. I think Trina's going through it the most because of the fact that she was there when Tracy took her last breath. Miss Evelyn, she's kind of dealing like she didn't from what I've seen. And it's been 2 years, right? So it's not like Tracy just passed away yesterday, but it's baby, it's still gonna hurt. But of course, it's not gonna hurt. Well, for some people, it may not hurt as bad as it was the day after. But Miss Evelyn looks good, girl. One thing I want to give Miss Evelyn her props because one thing about that Miss Evelyn, baby, I don't think I've ever seen Miss Evelyn, girl, look a mess. That is old. That when I said that, baby, that is a old school black woman who don't believe in going out with her hair not done. Girl, you don't go out looking a mess, right? You need to look decent. Miss Evelyn, I don't think I've ever seen Miss Evelyn hair not twirled. I ain't never seen her without her face beat. Her clothes ain't gonna be wrinkled. Okay, she gonna put some heat to her clothes. Miss Evelyn ain't never looked a mess. Miss Thing be together every time. Even if she got on some sandals and some girl a little matching unit. Like she had at what's the face's house, Tony's house. But she's dealing with it. You know, she just said, she understands that Tracy was sick. She couldn't do anything about it. And she prayed to God that God would basically bring her home because Tracy was in so much pain. I thought that was kind of deep. Um, but Miss E seems like she's dealing with it, right? Um, but you also have to take into account too, like I think they grew up, and I remember one time my friend dated this guy and he came from a very religious family. Girl, he didn't like me. Girl, she would never tell me that he didn't like me, but he didn't like me because I was gay. Girl, I used to, girl, I remember one time like she had a birthday dinner. It was so awkward. Like, girl, I do not want to be here because, girl, and we have to play like we was cool. Like we have to play like even though like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? But girl, it was like you could tell, and I knew he didn't because she didn't tell me, but she told me without telling me. But girl, I'm not stupid. Girl, it is what it is. Um, anyways, I know it wasn't gonna last. It didn't. But anyways, he came from a very like religious background, and I remember when their grandmother died, they had a celebration because they looked at it as though you're going home to be with God. You're going home. It's not sad that you died. It's a good thing because now you're leaving this to go there. So maybe that's how. I'm sure it still hurts because that's her daughter. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, but the Braxtons was cute. It was cute. Kevin is getting a divorce. Tamar, um, a lot. They didn't really go into Tamar that much. It was more so about just been about Trina and them coming back after I think 3 years. It feels like they've been gone longer than 3 years. I swear it feels like they've been gone for at least 10. This was like 3 years. It seems longer than that. But she said that I think they said they've been gone for like 3 years from reality TV. I don't know why I feel so much longer than that. But it's really just been about them coming back and discussing Tracy, them honoring Tracy, and Tracy's last wishes, and um Trina, Tawanda, Tawanda's alopecia, Tony's health, Kevin, that talked about Gabe. Gabe was Trina's ex-husband. He passed away. He had cancer. He was only 43, right? Um, yeah. So, anyways, let's move on, y'all. This is good. This got real, like, girl. Let's move on. Let's talk about some mess, okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get into this mess. So this is according to the Jasmine brand. Chet Hanks reveals he lost 27 pounds during 3-day cocaine binge before getting sober, baby. So Chet Hanks is getting real about his previous drug addiction. The 34-year-old rapper and son of Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson opened up about his struggle with drugs on the latest issue of MTV Surreal Life. During the episode, he shared that he was celebrating 2 years of sobriety and detailed the darkest days of his addiction. He pulled out an app that tracked his progress and said, "This is my sobriety anniversary. 2 years ago today, I was coming off a 3-day cocaine binge where I didn't eat, sleep, or barely drink any water for 3 days straight. I lost 27 pounds in 3 days." Right? 27 pounds. Girl. Oh, girl, 27 pounds sounds so fantastic. Oh, can you lose 27 pounds in 3 days? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. I'm just I'm just saying. Baby. Girl, do I need to? Girl, I just need to lose. I just need a little bit of help. Okay? I just need a little bit of help. I just need just a little bit of help. 27 pounds in 3 days, that'll help me out a lot. That would. Oh, the devil is busy. Oh, the devil is. I'm just playing. 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 Um, but he says I lost 27 pounds in 3 days. It's not pretty. I went straight from Vegas, checked myself into rehab again. He reflected on his breaking point and said, "Here I am, 31 years old, broke, strung out, sucked up, just skinny, just a rock bottom. Just at rock bottom." I said, "Not just a rock bottom. Come on, shout out to all the rock bottoms out there. Just at rock bottom, I just knew, man, if I don't change my life in a drastic way, either I'm not going to be around or something bad, so bad is going to happen that my life might as well be over, because that's where I was headed." Now, Chet Hanks is happily having the time of his effing life. As he added, "Life is good. God is great. That's all." Mm. I think Chet got a baby with a black girl. Wasn't he knocking her head between the washer and the dryer allegedly at one point? I saw a story like that about Chet. I don't know if it's true or not. I wasn't there, but I don't know. So Chet said you can lose 27 pounds in 3 days if you do a little booger sugar. I'll pass. Let me DM check it. Let me DM Chet and see the side effects. So what happened after the 3 days? Like, was it like was a hangover something like, girl, crucial? Was the body? So like you lost 27 pounds. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. All right, so listen to this. This is according to the neighborhood talk. So, I was about to say Gabrielle. Garcelle Beauvais says she was paying $399 a week for a dating app. Didn't get one date, not one dick. So, listen to what she had to say, girl.
Anthony Frankel a couple of years ago said to me, "You should really go on the apps. I have one. It's really like CEOs, the top guys." And she goes, "You should go on it." And I go, "I don't know." She goes, "No, trust me." And I said, "Okay, I'll go on it." And so a week later, I'm like, "You know what? I should do it." So I go on it. Wow. And I have to remember. I want to say League. Oh, the League. And so I go on it, and I'm looking, and you have to pay, and I'm like, I don't want to pay to meet a guy. I mean, that seems a little weird. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it. So anyway, so I sign up, and it was like $399 a week. These are high end guys, so you got to pay for it. So I go on it, and I look, and I'm like, it's not really my type of thing. So I get off it. So cut to maybe 6, 8 months later. I'm on my app stuff, and my son Jax comes down, and I go, "Hey Jax, there's a particular app that I want to get off of. Like, how do I do it?" And grabs my phone, and he goes, "Mom, why do you have all these things that you're paying for?" He goes, "A dating app?" I go, "No, I'm not on a dating app." $6,000 later. I wanted to throw up. I couldn't believe it. I never checked out.
You didn't cancel the subscription. Did you get any dates out of that for $6 grand?
One. Not one.
One dick.
Not one. Not one dick.
Not one.
Not one dick.
For $6,000. $6 grand.
Yeah,
I can't believe that.
Baby. Let's do the math. Let's see if Garcelle is lying. Hold up. Let's see if this app is telling a lie. $399 times 4 times 6. Girl, she lying. Girl. Did she say 6 months? Because $399 times 4, that's $1,596. Times 6 months, that's $9,576. Girl, so either she got them on a special, or either girl she just don't remember. But girl, we're on to 6,000 or 9,000. Did she say 9 months? Girl. I mean, did she say 6 months?
Frankel a couple of years ago said to me, "You should really go on the apps. I have one. It's really like CEOs, the top guys." And she goes, "You should go on it." And I go, "I don't know." She goes, "No, trust me." And I said, "Okay, I'll go on it." And so a week later, I'm like, you know what? I should do it. So I go on it. Wow. And I have to remember. I want to say League. And so I go on it, and I'm looking, and you have to pay. And I'm like, I don't want to pay to meet a guy. I mean, that seems a little weird. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it. So anyway, so I sign up, and it was like $399 a week. These are high end guys, so you got to pay for it. So I go on it, and I look, and I'm like, it's not really my type of thing. So I get off it. So cut to maybe 6, 8 months later.
Oh, she said 6 or 8 months. Okay, so she ain't okay. Let's do $399 times 4 times 8. That's still 12,760. Wait, $399 times 4 times. Oh, that's even more, child. That's $12,760. Girl, I don't know, Garcelle, you don't know how to do your math. Girl, what it comes down to is this, child. If I had $399 coming out of my account every week and hadn't noticed it, girl, I'm doing good. Okay? Because, bitch, you, girl, because I'm going to notice when $20 is done popped out. Okay, boy. One, bitch, I got a goddamn thing on my phone with Bank of America that when my checking account go below $100, girl, they send me a little message. So, girl, I know damn well I would be able to go unnoticed. And that with me not noticing that the girls is taking $399, girl, out of my account. Because girl, it ain't gonna happen. Because as soon as that girl, that's probably all that checkings. Anyways, it's $399. Okay, so that will never be. Girl, I'm not mad at Garcelle. Girl, I'm not mad at nobody who don't notice that, girl. $399 being taken out of their account every week. Girl, that's a nice little. That's a girl. That the girl Garcelle is really over there living like a rich black woman. I ain't there quite yet. I hope to be there one day. Right today ain't the day. But hopefully we'll be there one day too, where girl, I can get on a date now. And girl, I don't notice that $400 is coming out of my account. Cause girl, I got it like I don't clock in or out. I got it like that. Shout out to Robin, the original thought. Y'all don't know about Robin, the original thought. Shout out to the iconic Layla Rashawn, okay? Anyway, shout out to Garcelle. Garcelle said it was about 6 or 8 months for $399. She owes $6,000. Garcelle, your math is off, but I'm leaving it alone. Okay. Anyways, girl, let's move on to the next story. Honey, when I tell y'all Snoop Dogg, they say Snoop Dogg made a pretty penny at the Olympics, girl. So this is according to the Jasmine brand. So Snoop Dogg seemingly confirms he made around $9 million for working Paris Olympics. Honey. So hip hop icon Snoop Dogg appears to have made a pretty penny working the Paris Olympics. The rap star seemingly suggested that he was compensated several $1,000,000 for his participation broadcasting the event in a post uploaded to his social media. Snoop Dogg, real name Calvin Broadus, whatever, child, 52, reposted a video that broke down his partnership with NBC, alleging that he earned $9 million for working 17 days. The video stated, "This is the main star of the Paris Olympics, Snoop Dogg, also lives and parties in Paris for free, all to bring more attention to the Olympics. Almost every top broadcast features Snoop. He attends all major Olympic events. For 17 Olympic days, he'll earn nearly $9 million. However, these expenses are not in vain. Thanks to Snoop, Olympic viewership rose by 79%. While Snoop Dogg didn't add any future context, the report notes that there seems to be some truth to the claims made in the video. NBC reportedly hired the gin and juice rapper to broadcast at several events across the Paris Games and also taped him to partake in the handover ceremony alongside his longtime friend, Dr. Dre. Girl, let me shut up. I was about to go on a whole rant about Dr. Dre. That's some nasty work. Let me shut up. Anyways, child, I'm gone. I'm about to get myself together. I've been up here crying, honey. Holy, all right. I'll talk to y'all later. I might go live tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta find something to talk about. We haven't been live in a couple of weeks, I believe. I might. I have to find something to talk about. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. Bye, y'all.